Welcome to Relationchicks!
And I'm Melody Hill.
And I'm Brittany Black.
And today our best topic yet, single parenting and the aftermath and everything that has to do with being a single parent.
And today we're at Cressley Park and we're going to interview some single parents and the products of single parents to see what they have to say about life on the single edge.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Melody with Relationchicks, and today I'm talking to Bob. Bob, thank you so much for being with us. And first I want to know a little bit about yourself, your personality.
Okay.
Talk to me a little bit.
I got a good personality. I'm always happy, joking. I like to have fun. I was born and raised in Boston.
You got that accent.
Tough neighborhood.
Was it a tough neighborhood? Did that mold you as a person?
Yeah, it's molded me as a person, being tough and taking care of myself.
Good, good. Well, that's always good to
So
hear.
I've been taking care of myself since I was 12 years old.
Really? So you were on your own since you 12? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh yeah. But good. And I learned a lot and being on your own, so on and so forth. And my parents were poor, so on. They did the best they could.
So you were raised by both your parents?
Yeah. My father came from Italy, but my mother was born here.
Okay.
She was born in Chelsea.
So they met here in the States?
No, they're back up in Boston.
Okay.
I was the only jerk or dummy down here, coming down here.
So you were only child, right?
No. I have two brothers and a sister.
Okay.
You're beautiful for your
Well,
eyes.
thank you. Thank you so much, Bob. That's a nice compliment.
What else you want to know now?
Well, let's talk about you being a single parent. Are you a parent right now?
I'm a parent. I've been a single parent now for 18 years.
So you raised how many?
I've raised 3 of my kids.
3 boys and girls?
2 boys and a girl, and they're all 50 years old. They all have good jobs because that's the way I raised them, to stand on their own 2 feet, which I did, and that's what they did.
So you raised them on your own for 18 years?
Well, no, my wife, I was married to my wife at that time.
Gotcha.
So I got divorced after about
How were they?
22 years, something like that. And I had a summer home on Cape Cod, so I moved down there by myself, and I left her.
How old were your children when you separated from her? Were they in their teens or?
About 17, 18, 19 years old, maybe.
How did that affect you as a parent, leaving your children as far as the separation?
Actually, I didn't really leave them because I was always going back to the house, back and forth.
To visit them, you were always there as a
Make
parent.
sure that they were okay.
How did that affect them? Did they give you any signs as they were growing up during that era, being that they were in their teens? Did that affect them?
I'm talking about the 1980s, and there was a lot of drugs going on, And I gave them all a warning, except my daughter. She was good. So if I catch you with that stuff, even smoking a joint, I'm going to throw you out of the house.
It's very typical nowadays, and society's very different now. In the 1980s, you're telling me that life was more strict then.
Yeah,
you as a parent was very strict.
We were strict. I was strict bringing up my kids, which we taught them, good lessons, so on and so forth, to stand on their own 2 feet. You know what I mean? Like I did.
I'm very proud. I'm very proud.
So that's what they've been doing. Right now they all have good jobs. I sent my daughter through college, and she's a CPA. My youngest boy worked for the government in the jailhouse there, and he was like a physical ed instructor. And he did that for 20 years. Now he retired out of that. And he got himself another job, and he was single for a long time. And he married this girl, and she went to school to become a nurse, so they're both making big money.
So you raised them very well.
Yeah,
so
I raised them strict.
Strict, but then now they're basically an example. It's thanks to you, right? You really think that you have
a lot of respect for me, the right way I raised them. I wasn't going to pussyfoot with them,
Exactly. No, I'm very proud of you, Bob. And you know what? You gave me so much information that it's going to help our viewers learn more about you and what to do in life in your situation.
Will I see myself on television or what?
Yes, you will. Isn't that exciting?
What station is that?
We'll talk about the station in a second. Let me close and let me go back to the show, and we'll talk a little bit. And thank you for the hug.
Can I hold on to you?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Thank you, Bob. Back to you.
Okay.
Thank you for being with us, and today we're with Holly. Now, Holly, tell me a little bit about your life and your kids.
Well, I was a single mother, and I have 3 children, and
And how many? You have 3 children. Now, what are their names and ages?
let's see, I have Alan, he's 26. I have Brittany, she's 19, and I have Curtis, he's 12.
Okay, now, growing up for your children, what do you think it was like to be a child with just one parent at one time?
It was pretty good for them. I raised them up, I spoiled them, and they got to see their fathers quite often, so they were always close with their fathers. And
Now, emotionally, how do you think that affected your children, having to move from one place to another, seeing both of their parents but separate? Do you think that affected them in any way?
No, I think they did really good. They're pretty good kids now. I don't think that damaged them anyway. I think they, going to college. One's a Marine and one's still in school, so I think they're doing really great.
So, being that they were raised by you, was there any sort of kind of with the fathers? Did you have any problems with the fathers as far as raising the kids? Did you have disagreements run into, and did that involve the kids in any way?
Oh, we had lots of disagreements, and it got nerve-wracking sometimes, but we got through it eventually.
Nerve-wracking. Now, when you say nerve-wracking, what were some examples of things that were done in the past that made you nervous about them being with their fathers?
Well, sometimes they didn't take care of them like I thought that they needed to be taken care of. They had different set of values, and I had different sets. Just different things that I did as a person for them. I thought their father should have done too, but everybody's different.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for doing this interview with us. If you'd like to learn more about Holly or ask her any questions, email us at relationchicks@gmail.com.
Hi, I'm Melody with Relationchicks here again, and I'm going to speak to Leonardo, and we're doing this interview in Spanish, bring a little Spanish flavor to the show. Leonardo, gracias por estar con nosotros. I'm just thanking him for being with us. Tell me a little bit about your personality. Un poquito sobre tu personalidad.
Bueno, pues qué le puedo yo decir, yo trabajo en la construcción y mis fines de semana me la paso con mis hijos o visitando a la familia y tratar de tener comunicación con la familia, saber cómo han estado y disfrutar la familia, los hijos.
Sí, es muy importante, ¿sabe? Leonardo is telling me a little bit about how he enjoys his time off with his kids. He works in construction, and he's explaining a little bit how it's important to spend time with your family and having an open communication, which is always the key, of course. Leonardo, criando los hijos, cuéntame un poquito, ¿es difícil para ti como padre? Is it hard as a parent to raise your kids?
En momentos, pero no es difícil si los niños obedecen y les habla uno con palabras suaves.
Más por ser latino, ¿ha sido más difícil en este país? I'm telling him, being that we're in this country, is it hard as a Spanish speaker and as an immigrant to be here raising kids?
No, yo pienso que no. Todos pasan por lo mismo. Todos, a veces hay momentos que batalla uno con los hijos, como también hay momentos, bonitos o buenos, si se puede decir así. Y es bonito tener familia.
He says it doesn't make a difference, that he has a good point. He's explaining that everybody goes through the same thing as a parent, basically raising your kids, and it's a very beautiful experience, and that's what he's saying. So, so far we have Leonardo. Eres muy positivo. He's very positive.
Gracias.
Okay, well, thank you. Gracias, Leonardo, for being with us, and back to you.